Are we live right now? I don't remember hitting the live button. That's a little weird. I just logged in. Did I never end my stream? What in the weird? Are we live right now? Holy moly. Holy moly. Alright. Tonight, we discuss my strategy the next 2 weeks. Hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Truth is marching on. Of 100 circling cars. Train is marching on. Truth is marching. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. That transfigures you and me. As he died to make men holy. Let us live to make men free. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. This song's slow. It's a slow version, I tell you. The other versions are much faster than that one. I love that song, though. Alright, guys. Let's see. I went to AMC today, and I watched Nobody. So I've seen Kong vs. Godzilla, and I've seen Nobody. So the next one I want to see is Mortal Kombat. That one looks super good. But alright, we gotta get a little bit serious for a second. So I went to AMC, and I gotta be honest, I'm pretty disappointed. The more I'm looking into the actual company, the more it's looking like we gotta get rid of the CEO. The CEO has got to go. Nobody was a good movie. It was a good movie. I liked it. Right, reminded me of my dad. group of guys talking crap. What you saying? God Pill, how can I help you?
Hey, can you show us the screenshots of the $1 million?
Sure. I mean, if you look at my old videos, you see it all the time. But yeah. Are you talking about a screenshot of a current $1 million? I don't have $1 million today.
No, the million that you gained and then what you lost.
I mean, for sure. All right, I'll show you.
What do you?
All right, guys, here we go. I'm gonna show some stuff. So if we go to Reddit, we go to my post, then we go to where is it? All right, here we go. All right, so if we go to this post right here, I had a couple things in here I'll go over real quick. GME, AMC, you can see how connected they are. They're very, very similar. They don't match every day, but when one goes up, the other tends to go up. So this was my account on February 24th. I had $73,000 in my account. GME was at $49.70. It was up 10% for the day all the way until 1:40 p.m. At 1:40 p.m. it went up 30%. And then at 1:50 p.m. it went from 30% to 100% in GameStop. And I'm sorry, I'm talking about where time I was. So this was 3:50 p.m. Eastern time. And basically GameStop was closed at 100%, basically $96 I think it was. And it was closed at $96. And it was halted 10 minutes before every other stock. And then in the after hours, it went up like another 100%. So this was the very next day. As GameStop and AMC had a good day, the market was crashing as one of its biggest crashes. Like, it was a major bad day for the market. My account on the February 25th, when GME went from $49 to $162, grew from $73,000 to $1.2 million. Of that $73,000, only $10,000 was invested in options, and so what it actually was $10,000 grew into $1 million, and the other $60,000 grew into $200,000. If we look at my single best options trade that I made during that period, it was right here. And basically, I bought in $26 a contract. I bought 120 contracts for a total of $3,160. When I cashed it out the next day, I think I cashed this out for $480,000. So, like, basically right here, they halted the stock. And so that's why it zeroed out my bid and zeroed out my ask. I got up to $540,000 when they halted it. When they opened it, it started to fall. It went to $480,000. I cashed this one out, and I cashed another one out for like $150,000 that I only put in like $1,000 into, or maybe $2,000 into. But basically, I cashed out $700,000 every single week. Like, so the reason why I was so confident in GME when I first got in February 1st, and I didn't get into options until February 20th after it all the way dropped and hit it like a trampoline, and I felt like I knew that trampoline thing was going to happen, and that's why I did the options. I predicted the trampoline thing happening 2 weeks ago, and now the trampoline thing's happening again, and that's actually the purpose of this YouTube stream, is to tell you guys what I'm going to be doing tonight. So this is not to be talking about how much money I've made or any of that stuff. It's about to be talking about, like, I plan to make $10 million in the next week or two, and if you guys look at what I'm talking about tonight, you may be able to follow along and do the same for yourself. Obviously, I'm using like $80,000 to do it, so you may not make $10 million, but your percentage, right? If you got $8,000, then maybe you'll make $1 million. And so, yeah, I'm about to show you guys what I'm going to do. I hope that answered that guy's question as far as showing my gains. The one other thing I'll do before I get started on what I wanted to talk about is show you guys my actual account balance right now. and show you where my money's invested right now. So right now I'm invested in mostly AMC 2023 expiration options that expire January 2023, but $40 strike. And so if we look right here, go to account, and if I scroll over, you guys will be able to see market value, today's net gain, and open net gain. So basically, if you go to market value of 71,000, open net gain of minus 43,000. So since I bought this, I've lost $43,000, but I still have 71,000. Roughly, I could cash out. I got another 2,000 in GME right here, and another 7,000 in GME right here. These three GME contracts for 7,000 are $950 strikes on 2023. Yeah. And so I think the rest of it really doesn't matter until I show you the rest of what I'm going to do. I do have these crazy puts that cost me a couple grand, like basically saying the SPY is going to drop by 75%. And if it does, I'll make millions of dollars off these, but like there's a chance that doesn't happen, right? And then I got a Tesla one saying it'll drop 95%. So again, another $3,000 that if it hits, it'll probably pay me $100 million, but probably won't hit, right? Who knows? So this is what I'm playing with. So when I show you what I'm going to do next, it's mostly going to be liquidating these options right here, my 71,000, to pay for what I'm about to show you. I might sell out my GME 2023s. Honestly, I just need to get cash in hand so I can play, because something big's about to happen, and we all should get at least a piece of it. So I was just watching a video of Trey's the other day, and it really frustrated me. He was talking about trading halts and saying that he thinks trading halts are normal, so he thinks the squeeze is going to happen in the after hours or pre-market hours because there are no trading halts in those hours, and he's trying to act like the trading halts are normal and standard operating procedure for GameStop and AMC when they're going up too fast, and that's not a real thing. You can't look back in history and talk about all the time stocks were halted because they went up too fast. But what you can do is go back and look in history and look at all the times different stocks went up 100%, 200%, 500% in a day and were not halted. You hear me? Were not halted. What's different on this? The short interest is so high, it bankrupts them so hard, it drops the whole market. You hear what I'm saying? If we win, the whole market goes to zero. AMC and GME, the only thing that outpaces inflation. Well, I hope that answered that guy's question. If there's any, I'm still up 220 grand since I made that $1 million. And I'm about to make $10 million, so I really don't care. If you want to talk about my losses, I do not care. Alright, anything else before I get on to what I'm going to be trading next week? Blank blank, there's always been the $40 calls on September. You got to go back and watch my video I uploaded yesterday, I think, and it's called the last video to end this AMC, and it will go over and show you exactly, like, basically you got to watch holy moly, people, holy moly. If you have not watched my 4 videos by now, I don't know what you've been doing. Unless this is your first time in my channel and you have not watched my 4 videos, like, you should just leave now. Shane Decker says, same on the way down. That's true. Circuit breakers do not exist for stocks on the way down. They only exist for indexes. So if the whole market's going down too fast, then they will halt it a little bit just so people can breathe. But they're still going to let that baby crash. So totally correct, Shane Decker. Good call. Good call. James Winter, all I can tell you is I turned 26 ask cent contracts that grew into $18 contracts, and it sold like that. I cashed out $700,000 that I put in $5,000 for, and I cashed it out like nothing, like butter. Coro, the margin call that my account says I have is not actually, like, I can call in to get it removed. It just, the stupid screen won't update for some reason. But basically, you can get a margin call for putting option money in and then taking it out and then putting it in all in the same day too many times. And so if you overdo your daily trading limits, that's the margin that you're using. And basically, it just limits the amount that you can do it in the future. But then at any time, if you bring in more money than what the margin call was, the margin call goes away. And I've I've brought in $200,000 in just the last 3 weeks, right? So definitely done that. Shane Decker says, I've watched your 4 videos and awesome. I appreciate you, Shane. I've done the same thing on my end with the spreadsheets you're making. I think by you clarifying your current strategy like you intend to review on this video will help a lot. You are welcome, Shane. Thank you for taking the time. Tim Din says, you guys see they are rioting in Minnesota right now? I did not see that. Hopefully, I mean, here's the thing, guys. It's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better, right? Like, we believe that this is the end times, that this is when the people win back the power and solidify our freedom and the greatest wealth transfer of the world. That's what this is, right? And so if that's what this is, and there's riots and the market's crashing and like there's going to be some chaos. Everything we saw in 2020, expect it to come back for another 30 days. So expect your grocery stores to not be stocked very well for 30 days. Expect there to be a little bit of a violence in the street for 30 days. Like, if you can stay home, stay home. If you can carry a weapon, carry a weapon. Like, protect yourself. Protect other people. I'm a huge believer. If you see somebody else getting bullied or robbed or something, and you're in a position to stand up and protect that person, you totally should. I'm sick of this crap where people just look the other way. I've had enough of it. Things need to change. And I'm sick of, like... Man, I know if I do a poll, if you guys knew what I knew, you guys would think so many people are shills that you guys don't think are shills right now. Copacetic is what I feel like you're trying to say, but it's copacetic. That's a hard one. Makes me lisp when I try to say it. First time visitor to this channel, welcome. If this is your first time, go back in my videos, look up the God Pill and Warden Elite. Start with that video, and in the link or in the description of that video, there's a link to a total of 4 videos, including that one. And basically, if you watch all 4 of those videos, you'll know everything I know about options when it comes to long buying options, and that's all we're doing for the AMC GME situation. And so, yeah, it's definitely education you'd like to know before the market opens tomorrow. AMC to the moon. Shane Decker said her DTCC has $70 trillion available as insurance policy. These positions will have to get covered, buy and hold. Hi, my name is Mike Tyson. Hi guys, my name's Mike Tyson. Warden Elite is one of the few YouTubers that I will proudly shout out at the moment. He has shown nothing but diamond hands and ready to make this happen. Like, if he could push the button that makes it all squeeze tomorrow, I know in my heart that Warden Elite would push that button tomorrow. So I'm a huge fan of his for sure. He kind of studied stocks and like indicators and tracking methods inside the stock world, as well as I probably studied options. And it just so happens that nobody else in the world ever really studied options like I have. And it just so happens that options happen to be the biggest platform in the world. And so it just so happens some dumbass 30-year-old kid without a college education could take on the world's greatest obstacle, mathematical obstacle, that produces the most wealth. And in 2 years, I freaking cracked the codes. And now the people came together to buy the stocks and to try to make something happen because life just sucks under the Democrats. And guess what? Guess who is prepared for the moment? You guys want to see something cool? Somebody found this and I didn't even know it was still up because I'm like, I can't even use the account no more. But if we go to Twitter, you guys want to see what I was thinking about a year and a half ago? Guess what I was thinking about a year and a half ago? Somebody try to guess what I was thinking about. Twitter, the God Pill. There we go. Alrighty. What does my bio say? I have connected the dots of the entire financial market, and it gave me the wisdom to connect any dots and solve any problems in this universe. I will lead. I literally wrote this back in November 2019. Well, maybe a little bit later. Let's see when I got banned. Oh no. Yeah, I probably got banned in November. Yeah, it looks like I probably... Let's make sure. Oh, yep. I started the account November 20th, and I got banned November 21st. But yeah, guys. Let's see what this thing says. I felt like the world was lying to me about everything because the more I learned, the more I discovered that what I was taught was only partly the truth. An example is when I first learned division with remainders, I later learned the value was incomplete. This is what's wrong with the world. The less complete dots you have connected, the less the big picture makes sense. I've connected so many dots in the financial world that I now think of more answers than I can think of questions. I have the answers to retirement savings, stocks, bonds, options, arguably the most complex derivatives in the market. The proof of how shallow human thought is in the financial market is in this example. $10,000 balance, $9,000 in a 5% bond, and 4.5% ROI of your 100% value with your $1,000 at 10x leverage leaves you with a $10,000 stock investment based off Warren Buffett's 10-year bet. He basically proved that the best long-term savings is putting 100% of your funds into the S&P 500 at no leverage. But using my 90% bond, 10% stock at a 10x leverage, we accomplished the best ROI plan and add 4.5% compounding interest that will likely produce to a net 13 to 14% average annual ROI. And you never pay these loser financial investors $1 in your life again to offer a shitty or weak plan with high fees and less potential. You are welcome for the pure knowledge. Guys, I've been talking like this for literally a decade. I'm not exaggerating. Since I mastered the life insurance universe, I've basically been going at it nonstop. And everywhere I go, I get shut up. All my social medias get banned repeatedly. I just got out of a 30-day Facebook ban. But, yeah. Let's see. James Winter says, what do I want to do with my money after this is over? James Winter, we are trying to save the world here, buddy. This is way more than money. If this was about money, I would have cashed out my $1,000,000 and I would have forgot about you guys already. I wouldn't have come back for you guys. I wouldn't have come to tell you a message. $1,000,000, like I wouldn't even know what to do. Like, I mean, obviously you can spend $1,000,000 in a second, but like $1,000,000 would last me a very, very long time. I could have been very happy with $1,000,000. I got all these other trading ideas with the $1,000,000. The only reason I kept throwing my money back in and throwing it back in on all these Fridays expirations is because I expected to win again, and I would have if they weren't halting my stock. But they keep doing these stupid circuit breakers, which are bullcrap, and they kept halting my stock. So rather than doing that, I changed my game plan where I just want to build heavy interest on 2-year to expiration options with deep out of the money. So $40 strikes, AMC 2023. And I've been for the last 3 weeks convincing people to put money over there. And people have been doing it. We've raised millions of dollars since I've started this on options on 2023, 2022, June, September, all of them. And then from there, we are now basically evolving our methods to the next level. So the first time I bounced off the trampoline super well with DFV when he doubled down. And that's when I made that 10,000 to a million. The second time, the bounce that I predicted but I didn't participate on was kind of a weak bounce. It was the day that GME popped up 50%, AMC popped up 22%. But if that 50%, 22% thing happens with the thing I'm about to show you about what I'm going to do, if that happens and you guys were to follow me, I would have extreme confidence that the rest of my plan would work out just because of us. Like, as long as we get the 50% and the 20%, the rest of it is already going to work because we're here together. And I'll explain that here in a second. I hope you guys are ready to make money. If you guys can't sell options yet, I feel bad for you because we're probably about to make something happen right now. But the good news for you is the stocks will be worth plenty of money. I will be buying your stocks for any dollar you can imagine. So when you see those stupid idiots putting in $69,420 for a GME share, I will personally be buying $69,420 shares of GME. Like, when it's at that price, I will still be buying. I am sure of it. And the reason I can say that is if you watch all 4 of my videos, you will understand that I have a plan that will basically prove that regardless of how this plays out, regardless of how quickly or how long I got to play this out, I got the hedgies trapped in a corner right now. And one way or the other, I will win this war. And I am here to win a war. And I am not here to build a YouTube stream. I am not here to make money off of YouTube. I did just apply for monetization because I just hit 1,000 subscribers. But I am not asking for super chats. And basically, I feel like if you don't pay for YouTube Premium, you can afford to give me 5 seconds to skip a commercial. And that's the only money that I'm asking for. I would rather you buy more than send me money. I don't want anybody's money. I'm going to make plenty of my own money. I already have made plenty of money, and I'm about to make a lot more. And this is just free information for the world because I feel like the more I give away, the more I'm going to get back. And ultimately, so this question, I got started on this rant because somebody asked me what I want to do with my money. And again, the only thing I can say about that is nothing. Like, other than go build a facility, hire doctors, and learn how to master my body, and then join the UFC, buy a football team in the NFL, be the quarterback, and change the whole game where everyone on offense is the quarterback unless you're the offensive line. Unless you're talking about that kind of stuff, what do I want to do with my money when I'm 100 billion or a trillionaire? There's some stuff that I got interesting ideas on. But if we're not talking about that and you're just talking about the regular money, I want to give my family enough money that none of them got to work again. That's my biggest wish right now. I want my mom to feel like she got enough money that she can start giving money away again like she used to. And I want my family to be able to buy the vacation houses. I want to be able to everyone to have the winter places, the summer places, all the good things, right? And so I really don't. I've been living broke my whole life. I've been tipping 100 to 200% almost everywhere I go. I've been getting massages on average once a month. I've been trying to live my best life and not live stressed while making big moves and trying to make something happen. Trying to rattle the world's cage and say, listen to me, because I've had answers for a long time. And now I don't even care if you listen. That's the beautiful part. I don't care if anybody's listening to me because I'm making money with or without you. And so again, as days grew on, I had to give away more and more information. I started giving away information I wasn't planning on giving away, but like just something in me screaming, give away everything you can think of. Just give it away and good things will happen. And so I am here to just give it all away and ask you guys for nothing except for follow along if you like what I'm doing and you want to do it too. I wouldn't blame you, and if you follow the rest of the plans, like good things are probably going to happen for all of us. Ryan Fraser says, we didn't lose, they cheated. 100% right. So if you guys don't know about my channel, The God Pill, we have a rule here, and that rule is no shills in the chat, okay? So no shills in the chat. So if you start saying negative things, I'm going to start grilling you. If you keep it coming or you get offended and you start getting mad that I get too angry at you, like we're just going to boot you because we don't put up with no shills in the chat ever, okay? So that's one thing I want to say. But to Ryan Fraser's point, he says, we didn't lose, they cheated. Somebody came into my chat the other day and they started bragging about how they were buying stock in GME but shorting the $800 strikes. And so doing a covered call basically and saying that they were making a fortune. And I freaking went judgment day on them and crucified them and basically told them that they are the scum of the earth and they are the biggest cowards and losers I could possibly imagine. For somebody to go brag about money they made when the federal government halted the stock 10 times that week, like you gotta be one gigantic freaking loser. You gotta be one gigantic loser. All good things, Brian Brown. All good things. Brian Chow says, God pill for prez. Guys, I'm not even old enough to run for president in 2024. I gotta wait till 2028. I'm only 34 in 2024. Holy moly. Somebody came in here saying they were shorting the $800 strike on GME. The one that I lost $100,000 on every Friday for the last 7 Fridays. Like, straight up. Holy cow. Ryan Fraser says, why did YouTube ban you last week, bro? I got a copyright strike for watching Dragon Ball Z on Mastar Media's channel. He has some like self-made anime stuff he did. And I was just introducing people to stuff I like. And I went to his channel. I told people to watch it for 10 minutes as I walked my dog. And I come back and I had a copyright strike and a week ban. And so I won't be doing that again. Like I'm trying not even to listen to music on my stream anymore. Just because of that. Rainlight 2028, stop the hate. Let's spread peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. But unfortunately, the 1,000 years of peace that's prophesied in the book of Revelations, it's not here yet, people. We got to fight and we have to win the war before we get the 1,000 years of peace. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys understand that if I attack somebody, it's because I think it's what I got to do to win this war? And some people don't see that as positive vibes. And so, yeah, if you guys can't handle me getting a little... Oh, what would you call it? I don't even know what to call it, but like I am here to fight a war. That's all I know. Derek Martinez votes the Gods of Destruction. I already heard somebody vote on the earlier stream I did today called the God's Army or God's Army. What up, Bobby Chow? Appreciate that, Brian Chow. I agree. The next 2 weeks are the 2 weeks. Are we all ready? 84 people is a decent amount of people. Are we all ready to see what I'm going to do next week? I think we're ready. Here we go, guys. All right, guys, here we go. Hang on, let me read these real quick. I cannot text my Skype. I can only read messages. I can't text you back. Holy moly. That's cool. All right. Yeah, I'm not the red pill. I'm not the blue pill. I'm the God pill. It's good for everybody. Everybody can embrace the God pill because it's not religious. It's not freaking Bible talk. It's not at all Bible talk. It's not about no afterlife. It's about today, guys. It's about finding 1,000 years of peace today. 843-992-6635 texted me and said you forgot to delete your grinder. Dang it! I knew I forgot something. Dang it! I'm joking, guys. Oh, man. Thanks, my guy. Appreciate the time. Into the void we go. Just needed a dose of the God pill. Koro says, just want to make sure buying and selling options with day trading power, you don't need to wait for funds to settle like shares. Koro, you definitely don't want to buy something and close it and then buy again in the same day. Anything you buy, any option you buy, carry it at least until the next day, and the day you close it, don't put it back in. Or if you do put it back in, know that when you put it back in, if you don't make money, you'll have to bring in more funds if you lose that money and you break the day trading limit. That's just to get your margin. You'll still be able to do cash power. You'll still have cash buying power. You just won't have any margin trading power. So, like, basically the next day, whatever you have in cash, you'll still be able to trade it. It just turns you into a cash account instead of a margin account. So it's not a huge deal, guys. It's really not. Grindr, I believe, is a gay dating site. Grindr is gay Tinder. Brian Brown, utilization for AMC almost 100%. Hewis says, hi brother, how are you? Just joined. What do we have to do? Somebody in my messages asked how to join my Discord. You got to watch the 4 videos, starting with the Warden Elite video I downloaded a week ago, in order to know how to join my Discord. Alright guys, we're about to get started, and then I'm going to get out of here. Let me take a dab first. Does everyone agree that you are in a war right now? Does everyone agree that if... Alright. So, I don't agree with, like, when Ralph sold out of AMC, right? Everyone wants to attack Ralph. Like, my mods were trying to ban him out of the chat. And it's like, if Ralph is taking the time to come into my chat, that means he's not just a total douchebag. He's not just, like, paid to sell AMC. And when I listened to why he just came in the chat and said why he sold AMC, and it's because of Trey and the CEO and other things like that, like, it's hard for me to blame him, honestly. If he says he wants to sit in the sidelines until he sees how it all plays out, like, it's hard for me to blame that logic because there's a lot of bad things going on for AMC and us right now, and it shouldn't be. The only reason it is because there's a lot of FUD, and the FUD is confusing everyone, and nobody knows who to trust or why to trust them. And I'm trying to be so clear and so simple with the math and logic that anyone can understand it. And that's the goal, guys. And so I went to AMC today. Arizona just got rid of the mask mandate. AMC's still demanding people wear masks. I am very, very disappointed about that. Very, I cannot stress how disappointed I am about that. the concessions didn't have a person there, and it's just order from the screen, and then a person comes. They didn't have the butter machine available. They gave me cups of butter, which was horrible. When I do, like, I got a process when I go to the movie theaters. I dump out, like, the top 25% of my popcorn, and then as I'm pouring that thing, I'm bouncing it around so it makes a little bit of a mess, and everything's all set up to where, like, you're not supposed to make messes. There's nobody cleaning up these days at the movie theaters. And so I actually had a really like the movie itself. I watched Nobody, great movie, loved the movie. I plan on watching Mortal Kombat. I love movies. Don't get me wrong. AMC really disappointed me today. Going to the theater. The food was great. Everything was like I remember. Just the people. The people are not happy there, and I think what it comes down to is the CEO. Like if you guys watched, like I've watched the CEO talk the last like 5 times he's been on TV. Does anyone know who the CEO, Adam Aaron, does anyone know who Aaron's hero is? Somebody tell me who Aaron's hero is. He said it like 5 times. The last 5 live interviews Aaron did, he said he's got a hero. He said this is the real hero, and he's not talking about himself. He says the AMC thing's great, but the real hero, who did he say? Okay, so nobody remembers. That's amazing that I'm the only one that remembers this stuff. You guys are funny. No, he's been touting that the hero that everyone should be looking up to, why the movie theaters can reopen, is the freaking CEO of Pfizer, and it's all thanks to the freaking vaccination. And he's trying to make the vaccination the reason why the society can open again, and why we're all saved, and life is good, and money will be okay. Oh, man. You guys don't remember that? He's been saying, like, if you go back and watch his last 5 things, he says, the real hero, the real reason AMC can finally open and life can get back to normal is vaccines. We finally have vaccines. Life can go back to normal. Everybody get your vaccine. Holy moly. Holy moly. Corporate billionaire in the chat says, bruh. Oh, man. Kyle Danluck says, vaccine saves lives. Hey, so I'm going to say this real quick. If anybody thinks COVID was a proper reaction, the way that government stole our rights, the way that they stole the business, the way that they shut down the economy, the way that they told everybody that they're the boss now, and the way that they crashed the market, and then the way that they started printing the money to inflate the market, and the inflation that comes next, the $20 for bread, the $100 for a gallon of gas, that coming next is because you're faggy ass freaking COVID and your freaking vaccines and all the other bullcrap that they're trying to tell you about right now. So go get your vaccine and get the fuck out of my chat, bitch! I don't need no bitches in my chat. If you need a vaccine or you need other people to get the vaccine, get the fuck out. If you need a vaccine, I don't hate you. If you want a vaccine, do what makes you feel good. Everyone do what makes you feel good. I'm never telling someone not to get a vaccine. But if you're telling people other people need to get a vaccine, if you're one of those people, if you're telling other people they need to wear a mask when they're around you, if you're telling other people 6 feet when they're 4 feet away from you, get the fuck out of my chat! Bitch! Get the fuck out! This is about freedom in here! And you ain't about freedom, bitch! Get the fuck out! Holy moly, you little pussy ass bitch! If you're betting on COVID right now, if you're betting on vaccines in your stocks, get the fuck out of my chat! I don't want you here! Holy moly. Holy moly. Let's not talk about COVID, guys. Let's not talk about COVID. Whew! COVID does not mutate. Kyle, you're done. I'm done with you. I tried to warn you we don't talk about COVID. I'm done with Kyle. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I boot too fast, but COVID's one of those things that I just don't put up with. If you guys want to talk about COVID, just know you're getting banned. Like, I understand you got to stand up for what you believe in. And if that's something you believe in, then, like, just get it over with. Let's get you banned real quick, right? Like, whoo! Oh, man. I'm good, guys. I like, there's a lot of people watching right now. I assume most of the viewers are new. And so I got to set the standards up front. No shills in the chat. Now we know COVID is shilling. Somebody tried to call in 2 days ago, and his argument, after I crushed all of his other arguments of why AMC was a dead cat, he tried to go to COVID, and I hung up on him, and then I banned him from my chat. Because why? No shills in the chat. And COVID, if you're telling me COVID is the reason why we lose, you are a shill. If you're telling me the vaccine is the hero why AMC wins, you're a shill. If you're telling me that the AMC CEO is on my side, you're a shill. If you're telling me Joe Biden's on my side, you're a shill. If you're telling me that Citadel, Market Makers, DTC, SEC's on my side, you're a shill. We are in a war, people. We are in a war, and you need to start acting like it. Please start acting like it, because I've been acting like it for at least 4 weeks. I mean, I've been putting my freaking 8 hours a day for 4 weeks trying to spread the message. I've been calling people in my phone book, cold calling, don't even know these people no more. Got in fights with half of them, and I raised money doing it too. Like, where are you guys at? You guys better be doing the same thing too. Holy moly. Holy moly, we got 96 people in the chat. 97. I haven't even gone over what I'm going to do tomorrow. We just been having fun for 50 minutes. Holy moly. What is going on here? Telling me to calm down. Like, I see the people saying it, so I'm going to be calm because, like, I know you're good people. But typically, telling me to calm down is not a good idea. Especially if something serious just happened. If something very serious just happened and I'm angry, anyone telling me to calm down is definitely getting a boot. Just so you guys know. You're definitely getting a boot. So don't tell me to calm down if you actually think I'm angry. All right. So, let's see if Ralph had anything to say to me before he... I'm pretty sure Ralph is going to talk about me on Monday. But nope, it's still just this tweet. He tweeted out my picture. Let's see if there's anything in here. Good job, Mike Castle. We got a true patriot in the house, Mike Castle. Went to go shut this guy up. Says, can't see any hands of this thing, but definitely paper hands. Paper hands, you must mean diamonds. Go check Godpill YouTube and learn. Won't regret it. That's a sweet picture. Quit trying. You're a sellout. Stay out, paper hands. That's funny. I feel that energy. I do. Like, we don't want any paper hands. If you're a paper hand, now's the time to sell, for sure. So, I feel that energy, but, like, if we can handle the Trey CEO situation, then Ralph's back on board. And he's, like, goes in big, and he goes in the way that we're going in. I think I can forgive him. I really do. Like, I don't blame him for letting, like... Bro, when I started looking into Trey's videos, I've gone back and I've watched like 5 videos. And every video, I'm just like, man, if I didn't like Trey, I could tear this apart and just make him look like a total freaking shill. Like, what's going on, Trey? And I just can't understand his DD. And it seems to me that Trey is just not focusing on the research enough. Like, they're just way too worried about the YouTube stream. And I can't vibe with that energy. I don't know how to work with that. And so I'm not going to. And instead, here's where it's at, guys. So in a little bit, in like literally 5 minutes, I'm going to start going over what I'm actually going to do tomorrow. But I'm having a good time. So Tim Din says, where did I come up with the Godpill avatar? That is let me explain it. There's a show called Dragon Ball Z. and it has evolved over the course of decades. And basically, when you find out, basically, there's these like human-ish type people called Super Saiyans, and Super Saiyans can like evolve, like they always press their limits and grow and grow and grow. And so I like to think of humans as Super Saiyans, and we just like we get so demoralized because we don't have actual powers, but we're actually pretty incredible, and we can like we're basically limitless in our potential. But basically, in this thing, like these super warrior battle guys, like go to other planets and fight the strongest warriors all over the world, save planets. And in the grand scheme of there's like 18 different universes or 13 different universes or whatever, and all these like super powerful and like godlike people. And out of everyone, the angels, the demons, the devil, and all these different things, Zeno is Grand King God of all. And if he snaps his fingers, he can anything he wants. And so if you look at the picture where Zeno's hands are blue and there's like green faces in the background, basically there's this timeline where it got super messed up and Trunks is like the last Super Saiyan alive trying to save his species, and from like this evil Goku angel absorbed the Super Saiyan type thing, and he became so powerful, he became like an omni-god of like just like 1,000 faces in the sky. And then Goku looks in his pocket, he's like, oh yeah, I got a thing, I can call God Zeno. And he pushes it, and Zeno gets here, and he's like, I don't like this, boop, and just gone. And like they've been fighting this guy for like ever, and yeah, it was just, the whole thing's super great. Like, if you don't know about Dragon Ball Z, like, it's the most motivational thing. Like, I'd watch that thing to hype me up. If I'm about to go work out and, like, try to bodybuild for the next 4 months, I gotta watch me some Dragon Ball Z before I do it. Don't you know? Holy cow. Oh, man. Zamasu. I don't really care for Naruto or any of those other ones, just because I like, and it's probably I like One Punch Man. I did get into that one, but the other ones I just don't have time for. Like I try not to commit to too many things that I know are not very productive, and so I got a couple guilty pleasures. Like back when I used to play video games, etc. Like there's always something if you talk about food, anything, right? Like I got a couple guilty pleasures that like I don't want to get too much of. So I don't try to like absorb all of anime. I just try to find my favorite and then just stick with that. And whenever I watch anime, it's Dragon Ball or One Punch Man. And I just like waiting for new things to come out. And I like Fanime. I like all of it. So it's all good. Alright, is there anybody that's like super tired and just has to stay up, so like I have to speed this up so they can go to bed? Copacetic. Copacetic. There we go. Looks like it's changed a little. Hey, Godpill, would you love your opinion as I've lost a lot of money on my current AMC calls? Yeah, man. I'm about to go. I've lost a lot of money myself. So I'm about to go over everything. Amy Snively says she needs to go to bed. Jesus Martinez needs a bed. Woo! Some people got work at 6 in the morning. All right. Well, then, hey, I'm going to go over everything for tomorrow real quick, and then we're going to come back and we're just going to have fun for a little bit, okay? Looks like some people have got some bedtime, so I'm going to go ahead and help you guys, because I know what it's like to have a bedtime. When you're tired, you're tired. If you just worked a long day or yesterday or whatever, or this was your one weekend day, like, I get it. It's time for bed. I get it. All right, guys, very, very simple, very, very easy. Basically, we had a bounce in February, and then we had a bounce 2 weeks ago, and before the February bounce there was a little bounce, a fake bounce, and before the end of February bounce. And so basically I feel like that 2 weeks ago bounce was a fake bounce where GME went up 50%, AMC went up 20%, and then they basically brought it right back down. I feel like because that was like the soft bounce, this next bounce is going to be a big one. and so I'm being a little bit more aggressive than what the last bounce did. So when you're thinking about this, if you think the same bounce as last time is going to happen, then you probably want to do something slightly less aggressive than me. So like, for example, if you look at my solid yellow line right here and my solid yellow line right here, I'm saying I'm going to buy $10. Well, actually, I'm probably going to move all this to... I'm probably going to get rid of the 10 and just do 11 and 12. And then what this yellow line means, though, is that I'm going to... Whatever I buy up here... So these are the strikes. This is the expiration. It's going to be everything on here is 423 expiration. Okay? I showed you I've got $80-something thousand. I'm going to use anywhere from $60,000 to $70,000 on this. And basically, I'm going to come in when my bottoms get hit. And so my bottoms for AMC, I'm going to set I had 915 as my bottom for AMC. But 923 is my lucky number. And so 923 is my new bottom for AMC when I'm going to buy into AMC. And then GME, I think I'm looking for 130 on GME. If it touches 130, I'm ready to buy. And then there's a couple other rules and stuff that we'll go over real quick. But ultimately, what the idea is the idea is very simple. If you guys look, I'm putting the majority of my money on the deepest strike that I feel like it's going to hit. And so I feel like I'm going to be able to cash out a 420 strike, and I feel like I'm going to be able to cash out a $17 strike on AMC. And so I put 15 grand on AMC, 20 grand on GME, and then for those two strikes. And then basically, as I hit the $12 mark, and as I hit the $300 mark, everything that's in the money, and so check this out, guys. It doesn't make sense. If you're not going to sell till $12, it doesn't make sense to buy 10 or 11. If you're not going to sell it to $12 and you know that for sure, then what this should look like is $9,000. So I should just move all that money to my $12. So whatever your first number is you're going to buy, that's where you start your buying, and then everything can go after that. But basically what I'm getting at is I'm going to throw a little bit more on the first strike to make sure I cash out a decent chunk. So this is now going to be $16,000 potentially. Let's do $4,000 on this. And then let's do $12,000 on this one. And so basically, when AMC hits $12 and this $9,000 becomes, let's just say, $60,000, I'm going to cash out all $60,000 and I'm going to go buy AMC stock with it. When this $12,000 on GME at $250 turns into, let's say, $60,000, $70,000, I'm going to cash that out and I'm going to buy GME stock with it. And then every time I do that, and every time the next strike hits in the money, I'm going to cash it out and I'm going to buy stock with it. Cash it out and buy stock with it. And I'm hoping that if we all did this together, if the bounce did happen, if the drop does happen, if we all get in and we do this and we all buy together when our money's hit in the money and we cash out, we wait 30 minutes, and then I tell you guys, okay, I'm going to buy now, and then everybody just kind of hit button, and like it bumps us to the next one, and then we cash those out. We do it again. We get to 17 and 420 when we cash these ones out because we put the most money here, and because they make the most money, I'm going to be cashing out $5 to $10 million out of these guys with the $15,000 and the $20,000. And so with that $5 to $10 million, I'm going to cash that out, and I'm not going to gun the stock with it. I'm just going to hold it in my account, okay? Half of it I'm going to send out, and that's what I'm cashing out for myself. So if I make $10 million, I'm sending out 5, and that's cash out. Now, all the other money that I just cashed out of my strikes and then put into the stock is now, let's just say the 3,000, like all these were $100,000. So now there's $500,000, let's say in AMC, and $500,000 in GME. I got another $1 million there. I got $5 million ready to trade in my account. And then I got the $5 million I just sent out. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to my $5 million. And I'm just going to let the $1 million ride. Because I assume that they're going to halt the stock again and that they're going to crash it. If it goes to the moon, I bought $1 million worth of stock already. Like, let's go to the moon, right? Like, I'm not greedy. If this is just going to go to the moon, I'll be happy with my $1 million. But if the hedgies are going to halt it again, if they're going to drop the price again, and I know where that trampoline's going to hit the next time, basically I'm going to let my stock fall from $1 million to $500,000. And then once it hits that bottom, I still got my $5 million back here. And I'm just going to leave my stock in there. And maybe we all sell the stock. Honestly, once we hit the bottom, we sell the stock, and then we'll know we're at the real trampoline because we'll be at the old trampoline, and we could all sell our stock and then go buy options. And if we do it twice in a row, if they're dumb enough to let me bounce off 2 more trampolines, I promise you it's over. Like, we've already won a trillion. Like, whatever Citadel's got in their bank account will be between me and whoever's trading with me. And so I just have this unbelievable passion right now, or belief or faith that this trampoline bounce is happening, and it's happening now. And basically, I'm betting on the 423 because, like, if it Monday crashes, so basically I need AMC to crash. All right, let's say this. AMC's at 948, right? Something like that. 948. I'm saying at 923 is when I put in roughly $30,000 into AMC, maybe $20,000 into AMC options that expire in 2 weeks. Okay? So if I say new price, minus old price divided by old price, we'll see that AMC, I'm saying I believe that this is the lowest AMC can go. And when I say trampoline bounce, I'm saying this is the support resistance. It's between 905 and 923 is the support resistance, because, like, just based off the last support resistance where it had, like, major big impact. So basically AMC hit $9 twice in the last 2 weeks. The first time it did it, the next day it bounced up 22%. The next time it did it, the next day it bounced up 15%. So I'm saying we're about to hit that trampoline again, and this is how I'm going to capitalize on it. And so basically, there's only like another 2.5% for AMC to fall. So I don't expect AMC to fall too much, but just a small little drop, and I'm ready to go with AMC. So AMC is basically already there for me. GME, though, is at 158, and right now I got it at 130 for the squeeze, or for the trampoline. So if I go equals old price, or sorry, new price minus old price divided by old price, and we see that we get negative 17%. So, like, it wouldn't, if AMC drops 2% and GME drops negative 17% tomorrow, you better believe all the money's going in, because I just predicted that, right? Like, if they just literally match my numbers right now tomorrow, you better believe by the end of the day every single penny is in this strategy that I'm showing you guys right now. And I'm going to buy the stock, try to push the stock price all the way to where my big ones pay out. And if my big ones pay out, that's just buku dollars, and life is good. So what you guys got to understand, if I'm the only one that does this, it's not going to work. Probably. But, especially if they're going to halt it. But if you guys are all throwing your money in the 17 and 420, just waiting for the big money, but you guys don't do the small stuff and you guys don't buy the stock with me, like, you're setting us up for failure. That's all I can say. Setting us up for failure. Why would you do such a thing? How greedy are you? Everyone wants to come in here and ask me about my money and why am I so greedy? Why do I need so much money? Well, let me finish answering that question, what I'm going to do with my money, and why I said I don't really care about my money and I'd rather give it away or whatever. What I'm more interested in is getting you guys all rich and then starting a bank and you guys banking with me, and I hold the world's wealth in my bank where you guys are the owners of your money, but I hold it for you. I'm your trustee, and when the government tries to make laws and all these other crap, they got to go through me first, and I become your protector. That's what I want. Did that make sense to everyone? Let me see the couple rules I got on the bottom real quick. So there was one rule that says don't sell any options until the... Okay, so forget about this rule because we're not buying any options that are less in the money than wherever you're starting. So if you say I'm not going to sell until AMC hits at least $12, then you don't buy anything but a $12 strike or more out of the money. And then when your $12 hits, cash that one out and then cash the next one out as they hit. And then when you bet heavy on that last one, that's where you make your real money. And so, guys, if you do this with, like, literally, if you did this with $90, $30, and $150, like, you'll make $10,000 to $100,000. Like, it's nothing to laugh at. Like, we're going to do this again. Remember, there's another bounce. There's another bounce. You got that stock, too. If it goes to the moon, you still go rich. don't try to get greedy on this. Just do it right. Do it with whatever you got, and trust that we'll have enough that it's going to have its impact. We're going to reach our number. Even if they halt it, if we're still hitting our numbers and we're buying the stock and it's still going up, who cares what kind of halting or whatever stuff happens? Let's just follow the plan all the way until we cash out our 17 and our 420. And then when those are cashed out, like, life can't be hard for us no more. Everyone just upgraded in life. If you were at this level, now you're at this level. And it does not take a lot of money. The GME is a little bit more expensive to play at all. So if you don't have a lot of money, stick with the AMC options because they're super cheap. $35 a contract, $29 a contract, $24 a contract, $17 a contract. You cannot lose more than what you put in. All these numbers are going to be lower on Monday when it opens, if it opens at no movement. If it goes down, it'll be especially lower. But if there's no movement, they're instantly going lower just because the weekends have a little bit heavier theta loss than like day to day. And so it's definitely going to be lower. And unless the stock, obviously if AMC just goes up, like I'm already invested in 2023 $40 strikes, like I'm prepared to make money. If it just moons at open tomorrow, I'm already invested, guys. Like I make money. I'm not pushing against a moon. What I'm saying is I'm seeing the pattern of them creating this little trampoline bounce of not inflating the price, but letting the price grow naturally to where there's space to manipulate the price. Where when they crash it, it gets to a point where there's no more space to manipulate, and so they have to let it go up. And that's where we see these trampoline bounces. And that's where I feel like we're almost at right now. I don't feel like we're quite there yet, but in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we might be there. And I'll just be watching until I see something I like. And as soon as I see something I like, I'm going to move a lot of money in a lot of places real fast. And then I'm going to wait. And I'm going to wait. And I'm not going to feel really discouraged until at least Monday of next week. I don't want to hear no shill talk for these trades, especially. Like, don't trade anything you can't afford to lose, because 2 weeks goes by a lot faster than you think it will. 2 weeks goes by a lot faster than you think it will. If you cannot afford to lose this money, do not trade it. Trade less. Save something for yourself. Emergency, please, because anything can happen. But what I'm telling you is I feel super confident that by at least Monday with DFV's exercise, and I believe that he's actually going to double down as well. I think he's got that extra $8 million in his account to buy an extra 50,000 when he exercises for a net 200,000 shares of GME. That's what I think is going to happen. And I think on Monday I make a fortune no matter what. No matter what. I think 420 on GME pays no matter what because of that. And those are $244 a contract. So if you can't do the whole play on GME because it's too expensive, but you can at least afford one or two of the 420, I get that. But then you can play the real play on AMC and then do a couple contracts on the 420 AMC, and I wouldn't be upset about that. That would make sense to me if that's all you could afford. Otherwise, let's play the play, guys, and let's see what happens. Let's freaking see what happens. What else? Let's see. As they get in the money, we cash them out, buy the stock until the last one. The last one, 17 and 420, when you cash these out, you buy no stock with those profits. Zero stock buying at this time. That's what I was going to say. If DFV doubles down and buys 200,000 stocks or 200,000 shares total, an extra 50,000, if he uses that extra $8 million in his account to buy an extra 50,000 shares, I will dump 50% of my profits into here and gun the stock with him and send the other 50% out and cash out that other 50% and just hope for the best. Like if DFV doubles down that hard, I'll do it too. That's what I got to say. But if they halt the stock, I will be pulling money out. That's for sure. If they halt the stock, I will be pulling at least half of my stocks out if I just put all of my money in there, like the extra $5 million. If I did buy the stock with DFV, I will only do that. And if DFV buys the 200,000, but if they halt the stock, I will cash after it opens. I will cash out half just because I've seen it too many times, and I'm gonna wait for that half to bounce off a freaking trampoline. I want to bounce off a trampoline. And if that's the way they want to play this, I can finish the game just by bouncing off a trampoline. I don't need this to go to the moon. I can break Citadel just playing this game. And so, yeah. I hope that makes sense, guys. Let's see if there's another one. When I cash out 50%, I told you guys about my cash out stuff, buying conditions. So I have some rules that I may follow, I may not follow. Like, you guys really just going to have to be watching me tomorrow to see when I ultimately buy. But I do want to see it be towards the end of the day. So I was thinking about buying on Friday as it was dropping to its lows for the day towards the end of the day. But then at the very end of the day, AMC went up like 20 cents. And I'm like, okay, well now, because it went up 20 cents, I was almost ready to buy. But because it went up 20 cents, I know that's not the trampoline bounce. And so since it's not the trampoline bounce, I feel like it can go down tomorrow or at least trade sideways on Monday. And so I didn't end up pulling the trigger on Friday. And now Monday, I'm going to be looking at the same thing. If I feel it, if I like it, I'm going to play it. That's all I can tell you. Like, you guys heard everything I got to say. If you see what I'm seeing, but you're not able to watch me for some reason, like, just say, what would Marcus do, right? Like, that's what you got to say to yourself. I don't know what else to say. All right, guys, I'm going to come back and read questions now, and we will see. Pete G5G says, don't you think DFV's options are hedged already? You guys don't understand buying pressure. The stock moves because of buying power, and so it doesn't matter if they've hedged not to lose money off of DFV. We will still make money. The stock will still go up if DFV buys $8 million worth of shares. The option value that he's made so far has not been registered in the stock buying pressure. And so when he transfers from options to stocks, it's gonna, whatever it would naturally do of buying 8 million shares on the market, that's what's gonna happen. So, or sorry, not 8 million shares, but $8 million worth. However many, I think that's roughly what his 500 option contracts are worth. So let me go back and find out where I last left off. Jeremiah Buck says Trey is on our side, yo. I want to believe that. I really do. Everything I've seen says something against that, though. I mean, besides the people that first reached out to me were super cool. I got no questions that they are diamond handers and they want to see this thing moon. But the people I've met since the two people I first met are all lawyers, and all they care about is Trey's YouTube growing for money, nothing to do with AMC or GME. I can promise you that. And that is and those are the people controlling the direction of the whole podcast. I mean, at least the whole AMC interview with the CEO, and I just don't think they should do it. If they're going to let lawyers control it, I don't think they should do it. If Elon Musk can go on Joe Rogan's show and freeball it for 4 hours, the CEO can come talk to us without any lawyers present for 30 minutes or an hour. I don't care what you guys say. It's all shill talk to me. I don't like none of it. It really bothers me. I hope they figure out a way to make it better, because right now it sounds like crap. And then I find a video where Trey's talking about trading halts and saying, like, oh, you guys know when stocks go up too much or down too much, they halt the stock. And I'm like, no, Trey, that's not a thing. That was never a thing in the past. Show me one time. And my question to the CEO that I had that they told me was not helpful was, tell me the last time before 2021 a trade was halted because it was going up too fast. I would have said, hey, Mr. AMC CEO, Mr. Aaron. All right, can you hear me, Mr. Aaron? Oh, okay, good. Now that you can hear me, Mr. Aaron, would you say your Harvard degree and your 17 years of CEO experience makes you qualified to protect your shareholders that are invested in stocks or options in the AMC stock symbol? What do you think he's going to say to that? He has to say yes. If he says no, he's instantly fired the next day. He has to say yes. So then what I say is, Mr. Aaron, is it illegal for the Robinhood to close the stock and only allow selling when the buyers were up billions of dollars in profits on the AMC options? Mr. Aaron, is that illegal? And he'll say, well, I think it's more of a gray area, and I think it's never been seen before, and we should see some laws happen and change. Okay, Mr. Aaron, if you think it's a gray area, guess what? You can do a lawsuit for everything. For everything. So as our representative of the shareholder, why have you not filed a lawsuit on behalf of everybody invested in AMC for the market manipulation done by Citadel, which we've proven with the Josh guy on Twitter with the research showing 1 billion shares traded over 3 million different trades on the OTC. Just so happens as we're going to start to plummet as there's no selling power in AMC. Like, you guys got to think about this. Holy moly, you guys got me on a rant right now. What was I even talking about? I can't even remember. You guys got me on a rant right now. Something about Trey, something about the AMC. Oh, yeah, Mr. CEO Aaron. So then I say, so yeah, why haven't we filed a lawsuit? It's gray area. If it's gray area, you're allowed to file a lawsuit. If it's gray area, the judge will look at it and say, can't throw this out. It's gray area. This needs to get legislated. Like, the only man that can do it for us is the CEO of AMC. He is the stock shareholder representative. Come on, my people. Like, Trey needs to get on my side right now. I don't know what you guys got to do to make this happen, but if he's not on my side, he's got to be a spook. I'm telling you. I am nothing but good for this. I am nothing but good for this. And they try to invite me in, and then they try to tell me what I can and can't say, and then I leave, but they were literally begging me to stay. They were saying, no, you don't understand what it's going to be like yet. Don't go. Don't go. And I'm like, please boot me. I can't figure out how to get out, because from your phone, it's not that easy to get out of a channel. So then I freaking logged on to Discord on my computer to finally get out of there, but they were literally trying to give me every reason to stay. Like, you don't think I know I'd go to 100,000 viewers if I was on a camera in front of, like, doing a Zoom meeting with the CEO, and everyone's like, oh, who's Godpill? And they let me ask a couple intelligent questions, and I have a couple smirky little good comebacks? You don't think I know what that would do for a YouTube channel? I'm totally aware, but I said, no, there's bad energy. Bad energy in the chat. And so I pushed myself out of there real fast, guys. I don't mess with bad energy. I do not mess with it. I will walk out on anything before I mess with bad energy. I will never sign a business deal with bad energy. Ooh. Just watch 90 Day Finance. Callie Slider says, I just watched 90 Day Finance. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure if it's one of my videos or something else. Maybe it's a documentary or something. So, Copacetic, you said, would love my opinion on your AMC calls that you've lost money on. Trampoline bounce is coming, bro. That's what I'm doing. Otherwise, just hold on to your AMC calls. Like, go watch my other 4 videos. Your AMC calls are going to print, bro. We got a whole plan on how to do it, and I'm leading that charge. We're going to convince people to sell AMC stock for options. We're going to get the short interest to over 100%. It's going to be a bat signal to investors all over the world to come and invest in AMC and do another squeeze, because if the short interest is there, you better believe greedy mother effers out there will come and squeeze a stock. And all we got to do is sell stock, buy options, and the short interest will be above 100%, and we will win. It's that simple. Go watch my other videos if you don't know. If you don't know, now you know. Mighty Mouse says, please don't speed up the stream. Drag it out as long as possible. He wants to fall asleep listening to my voice until he wakes up to lots and lots of attendees. But I told you, tomorrow's going to be a little bit red before we buy and jump off the tramp. So we got a little bit more red to go through, or sideways action to go through, but we're about to have a big jump, guys. And I don't know if it's this week or the beginning of next week, but it's coming. It's coming. All right, well, if you guys needed a bedtime, I hope you guys go to sleep now. I hope that's everything you needed. I hope I answered all your questions. Let's see. Guys, I don't use Twitter at all because anytime I try to download the app, it tells me I'm banned from Twitter. I can't use Twitter, so don't even try to get me to. Everybody says crystal clear. Nice. There's always shares to buy, people. If you buy shares, they will print them. So there's two types of shares. There's issued shares and there's unissued shares. Or authorized shares and unauthorized shares. And basically ones that's been issued and ones that haven't. So it's like it's like a ball pit, right? Like I got 100 balls right now and I want 100 more. I go and I buy 100 more. And it's always buying from AMC. AMC has their own balls. Everyone has their own balls. And however many balls I buy, they print them out. But the difference is that they don't actually give me the ball. Like I gotta buy them, and they don't actually issue them until they see that they need that many shares. So I think what's happening right now, the reason why we haven't had most of our shares issued, and the reason why they're calling it diluted, because they don't understand the word and they're just confusing you guys with that word. When they say diluted, AMC is not diluted. AMC is the opposite of diluted. But basically, oh crap, what was I saying? So basically, if you buy the stock, it creates another stock. So if there was only 200 million stock and then we go and buy another stock, there's now 200 million in one stock. But that one's going to, and the other 200 million are authorized. This one's going to be unauthorized. And every new share that's bought is unauthorized, unauthorized, unauthorized. But there's going to count all those shares. And so those are all the shares. And that's how we ended up owning 88%. It wasn't because people, the owners of the company didn't sell out 80% of their company to us. That's not what happened at all. What happened is we bought so much, we diluted them down to where they have no ownership. And so what I've shown in my videos is how we could sell off literally 100 million shares, still own 66% of the company as retail, and put it all on options on June expiration $40 strike to get the short interest to 500% short interest. We could do that tomorrow. We as an army, trades could make that happen tomorrow. You know what happens if a company goes to 500% short interest? That's what you guys don't understand. You guys think Citadel and Melvin are out there making short interest 140% on a company. What you don't know is that they can't short a company until we buy an option on a company. So the reason GameStop was 140% short interest is not because Melvin was shorting the company so hard. It was because DFV bought so many options and motivated so many other people to buy so many options that it got to 140%. Granted, GameStop also has a very small number of shares, and so with their only having 50 to 70 million shares at the time, it made it to where you need less total number of contracts, because every one option contract on the call side greater than the put side is worth 100 synthetic shares. And basically, it doesn't take much to get a company with only 50 million shares to 100% short interest, where AMC has 500 million shares. But if we sold 100 million and got it down to 400 million shares and then put that in the options, like the options are so cheap in AMC that the short interest goes up to hundreds of percent, just like that. So you would sell out you'd sell out your shares. The price would drop to like $7, $6, whatever. But then when you buy the options, the rest of the world comes in to invest, not because they like you or want to save you or help you, but because they're greedy. The one thing we can count on is that they will do it for themselves. And so I'm telling you guys, you can throw up a bat signal for them. They think they're helping themselves, but really they give us the world. That's what's happening right now. Man, we got 109 people in the chat. I've never had 110 people in my chat. I've never had 110 people in my chat at one time. So thank you. That's super cool. Very, very cool. I appreciate it. Guys, if you want to be in my Discord, go back to the Warden Elite video and read the description in the chat. It's just that simple. Follow those steps and you will get an invite to my Discord. Yes, if you buy a $40 strike on 2023, you can sell it when it moons, even if it moons tomorrow. If you guys go watch my other videos, basically the 2023 right now is projected to make about a 20x on its growth if AMC hits $40. 2022 is projected to make 40x on its growth. September, I didn't check September, but June is projected to make about 100x on its growth if AMC hits $40 before the expiration date. And then you can cash it out. We plan on cashing ours out the second it hits 40. We are not chasing intrinsic value. We're chasing extrinsic growth. Because AMC options are so cheap on extrinsic value. I'll check DFV Twitter in a second. No. The play for today was all April 23rd. Everything I showed you I'm doing next week is all April 23rd, 2021. It's like expires in 2 weeks. The ones that I hold right now are 2023, but I'm selling those to buy what I just went over. Lenny Newball, I just told you, if people sell the stock and buy the options and you guys give the bat signal that it's the greatest short squeeze of all time, they will come and squeeze. If you build it, they will come. It's up to you guys. I've given you the formula on how to do it. It's up to you guys to spread the message. I can't do that. Like I'm doing everything I can. I'm doing everything I can. Jesus Martinez says the $17, but which call? I don't know what that means, bro. That doesn't make any sense. The $17 is the call. I've said April 23rd 100 times, so I don't know what else you're talking about. Tim Din says, yeah, bro, Aaron and Trey turned into pure theater. It AOC just doing to get more publicity. Mandy S says, you are real, bro. Ty Donaldson says, how about Andrew? Is he good, people? Andrew Mo Money is not on my list of diamond handers. Andrew Mo Money talks way, like, last time I watched Andrew Mo Money, I sent him $5 and I said, oh no, Andrew Mo Money paper handed. And he said, oh, what do you mean? And it's because right when I got in there, he read a comment that said, hey man, I got a little bit of money that I've been saving. I just got out of college or something and I want to start investing. Where should I put my money? And he literally named 7 other things, including Bitcoin, Apple, and other things before he finally said, and then if you got any money left over, go ahead and gamble a little bit in GME and AMC. Guys, I am in GME and AMC because it's a lock. I am not in GME and AMC because it's a go ahead and gamble a little bit for $1 billion. I am in this because it's a lock. The diamond handles are real. We've watched it for 3 months go up and down in crazy fashion like no other stock before, and the retail volume does not change. If anything, it only goes up. Think about it, people. Think about it. The diamond handlers are not scared of this OTC blind stock price manipulating. And I just cannot believe that you would talk to the CEO of AMC and talk to him about anything other than stock price manipulation. I would talk 2 hours on stock price manipulation only if I had that guy's time. Holy moly. Matt Kors, I don't have any thoughts on him, honestly. I just haven't checked him out. I really don't know anything about him. And so the only thing I'm going to say to that is, here's what I plan on doing, guys. I plan on best case scenario, I make $20 million next week. And, well, no, best case scenario, we moon next week and we make $1 billion. Medium case scenario, I make $20 million next week. They halt the price. They try to crash it again. And we got a huge amount of capital for the next trampoline bounce. Worst case scenario, or actually a smaller medium case scenario is that we get the bounce, we make a lot of money, I buy the stock, and then it moons, and then I just, whatever I had in stock, like the $5 million I had that I was going to buy with my trampoline bounce, just never got utilized. And that's fine. So that would be like another thing. And then the worst case scenario besides that, obviously the worst case scenario is the price doesn't go up for 2 weeks and everything I bet I lose. So I don't know exactly what I was going at with that, but I think I wasn't really trying to talk about my personal account, and I was trying to talk more about broad perspective. But I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I forget what I was thinking about. I guess what I'll say is the worst case scenario in my mind, personally, like, because I'm like ultimately confident in this, but the worst case scenario in my mind is Monday of next week, not this Monday, just because that will be after DFV has exercised his options and potentially doubled down even more. Let's see, Mr. Buckets, did you vote on DFV's vote? I don't have Twitter, so no, I did not. I ain't selling none of my shares. What the F? Julio Sorio is upset that I'm saying sell shares up the open interest. That's fine. Like, this channel ain't for you, bro. Not bad. Plower 3, yes, Godpill and Trey live before the Adam Aaron interview so he can prep viewers for the letdown. That would be cool. That would be super cool. TR, so when to place order? Watch the video. I went clearly over that. I don't know when. I told you I'm going to feel it. Do you think AMC can moon to 2K? I believe that when AMC goes to 2K, it's because I will make it go to 2K. You guys got to understand, I'm right now, I'm anticipating a drag-out fight. I'm no longer expecting it to moon right away. And so what that means is I'm expecting a couple trampoline bounces. And when you guys see me turn $80,000 into $10 million in the next 2 weeks, and then I have $5 million in shooting power, and I have $1 million in stock in AMC and GME, and then they try to crash it again, and we see a little trampoline bounce one more time, you guys are going to see what I can do with $5 million. And when I turn that $5 million into $1 billion, then I'm going to turn that $1 billion, and I'm going to go market order GME and AMC. And if somebody's selling GME for $50,000 a share, I plan to be buying for $50,000 a share. If someone plans to be selling AMC for $2,000 a share, I plan to be buying AMC for $2,000 a share. That's all I can say about it. $2023 options are not risky. If you buy $10 strikes on AMC on 2023, you'll make twice as much profit when the stock goes up, and you'll lose literally daily, like every day for the next 2 years, you'll lose less than 1% of your account balance. And so you can play the next 30, 40, 50 days for a very small percent of your account balance. And yeah, so anyone trying to tell me that Trey's not pushing the right options because they're too risky is just a fool who doesn't actually understand options and hasn't watched my videos. So be gone, chill. If that's how you're going to talk in my chat, we will ban you. So I can get an AMC option contract for under $40. What happens if I only have $40? LOL. Nothing I can do for you if you only have $40. I'm sorry. I know they said Jesus was a miracle worker, but clearly they exaggerated. Never and on a Sunday night. No shows in the chat. This is a life-changing channel. Best on the YouTube. Damn 108 on the Sunday. Only 8 CEOs and DFV in the chat, please. Hell yeah. Mike Castle, the interesting thing is, why did Trey went from talking about the squeeze to only focusing about AMC politics? And few seems to be following the same scenario. I totally agree. Yo, boss man, what's going to happen on your Discord that is not happening here? Basically, if I don't make enough money off trampoline bounces with AMC, but we all make a decent chunk of money, on my Discord, we will be squeezing a stock ourselves privately and making a fortune before we go gun the AMC and GME stock with market orders, and so we can buy the stocks at any price and sell and get the apes what they want. Give the apes what they want. FYI, when I buy my stocks and it does finally moon, I've already cashed out some profits of my options. Once that money's gone, I will only cash out of my AMC and GME what I need to when I'm spending money. But I will live out of my AMC and GME bank account for the rest of my life. That will be my cash for the rest of my life. I do not foresee a drop. When inflation hits, I foresee GME and AMC being the only thing to outpace inflation. I will. Yes, we did see DFV's poll tweet. I was telling you guys for a week DFV was going to exercise. So I don't know why you guys are all so excited about that. If Fidelity prediction is right, we should hit 566 on AMC this month. That would be amazing. Mr. Jim says, thank you, Godpill. If it hits 40, I'm running more options. Christopher Chestnut says, I spent $1,200 on GME options, $46 in the money, 76 and made $28K, and then went into AMC. Andy Tran, 1C equals 100S. One contract equals 100 shares of synthetic shares, for sure. Something is going on with AMC. I tried to put in a market order for another 1,000 shares for Monday, and it said my order could not be filled. That's super weird. Like, I heard somebody saying that there's no more AMC, and maybe there was a float, and the float is up, and, like, the float is all that. Maybe that's why Wanda sold the $20 million, to build up the float so the price doesn't have to skyrocket right away. Julio Soria says, I'll be buying options when I know that they'll be bending over. Prawn says, buying January 2023 calls wouldn't force a squeeze. Yes, they need to have the shares for the people buying the calls, but they only need to have them the day of expiration. Prawn is totally wrong. Prawn is totally wrong. Prawn is totally wrong. A squeeze is all about taking money from the hedges until you margin call them, and when you margin call them, they gotta buy the shares. They could wait until January 2023. Nope. It's all about taking their money until they go broke, and then they get margin called, which creates and starts the squeeze. Prawn is a total shill in the chat, people. Shill in the chat. What about that guy, Austin A? Ooh, Austin A. I don't know who that is. Who's Austin A? I did just see a YouTube the other day. I saw some guy's YouTube channel, and it looked interesting. Oof. Hang on, guys. Y'all need to calm down. Y'all out of control. All right. Oh my goodness. Prawn said if everyone bought calls expiring this week, that is more likely to force a squeeze. We got a shill in the chat, people! Major shill in the chat. Holy moly. Holy moly. King Ape says, I'm the truth. I appreciate you, man. He says he's joining. He says he's all in. Ty Donaldson says, so DFV's contracts affecting the price of GME, you believe it will be a concurrent price per share for AMC? I do not think AMC will grow as much as GME. If you look at my projections of $17 on AMC and $420 on GME, that should kind of give you an idea that I expect GME to bounce more. But because GME options cost more, I actually think the AMC options are probably going to profit more, even though it doesn't bounce as high upwards. You got to learn how options work. Only way to learn is to go back and watch my videos. Manuel Mendino, what up, brother? Midwest Red, is the selling of shares required first, or can I still just buy some AMC options without hurting the cause? Midwest Red, totally, you do not have to sell shares. But you're totally right about that. You can always bring more money into the equation to buy options. 100%. But I'm just trying, I'm under the assumption that the retail that's invested in GME and AMC are tapped out because our volume has been so low for 3 straight weeks. And so I'm under the assumption that we basically have no more money. So I'm trying to show people how we can get this done with the money we already have, not the money that's been invested. I hope that makes sense. Or sorry, with the money that has been invested. And so, I'm assuming that there is no more money and we got to use the money we've already invested to finish this. And that's the only way I see how to do it. Ryan Mac 87 says we'll continue to watch. He's enjoying the show. Oh, sorry. The first thing he said, Ryan Mac 87. Yo, this is my first time in the chat. Liked and subscribed. You seem to know a lot about options. I'm trying to learn myself and start purchasing some. Bro, go watch my 4 videos. It'll change your world. He was saying he found out some cruddy crap and how we are getting screwed. I've never heard of Ape Andy. He does the DD on WSB. If he wants to promote me, then I'm down to talk to him. But if he's not promoting Godpill, then I don't even want to talk to him. I do not trade pre-market or post-market. I only trade during the hours because options are not... you can only trade options during real hours. I understand retail always has money, but I'm just saying the volume been crazy low. If we had another $200 million in GME tomorrow, it'd go up 1,000%. We don't have $200 million, guys. I know you guys want to believe we do, but we've been stuck for a minute. Everyone's been praying for a whale, and I'm showing you how to be your own whale. How many hours are my 4 videos? A total of 5 hours. Maybe a little less. No, probably 3 hours. 3.5 hours. Ant the Barber says, I'm calling now. Trey will ask his followers to vote yes. I have a weird suspicion in the back of my mind. I've been thinking the same thing. It's scary. CEO's going to say some gay line, and Trey's going to be like, that makes sense. Everybody, let's vote yes the next time because we already voted no. And it's going to be... Whoa! Isaiah Hammonds! What the hell, bro? You just lost moderator rights for a week. Ant the Barber should not have been deleted message. Ant the Barber is totally right on calling Trey a shill about the freaking vote yes on the dilution. I'm feeling that energy all day from him, especially with what just happened. I'm not freaking saying that we should rag on Trey right now, and I'm not trying to start a fight right now, but I'll hold my judgment until we see what happens with this AMC CEO interview. But I gotta be honest, if you're asking me what energy I'm feeling Trey's gonna find a reason to tell you guys to dilute the shares. I understand the volume is low because no one's selling, but what I'm saying is all the people that bought don't have another 100 million to throw in. That we don't have another billion to throw in like we already did. People. Yeah, I mean, if you guys knew how much people were charging for options education, you guys got no idea what I've given away for free. You guys got no idea what the value of what I've given away is worth. You guys got no freaking clue. It's surprising a billionaire hasn't called into my thing and said, bro, I'm going to give you money. You need to stop YouTubing and you and I are going to work together. I'm surprised that hasn't happened because my options knowledge is unlike any other options knowledge on the world, and there is no more valuable knowledge than options knowledge. And I brought it to the table, people. I spent 2 years of my life not working a job, putting myself on house arrest, just 12 hours a day in the backyard, smoking weed, testing things out, and thinking in my head what could possibly work. And I got answers, man. I got answers. TR says more valuable knowledge is salvation. I totally agree with that. I was talking about financial value. There are definitely different types of value, and money is not the most valuable thing on this earth. I will agree with that all day. The Heat Inferno says the CEO is going to sound like Jim Cramer on Trey's channel. Oh, please don't. Julio Soria says $100 comp by Trey won't suggest to vote yes. I will bet you $100, Julio. Not like I hope you're right. I hope I got to pay you $100. If you got no, let's do Cash App. I think I have Cash App. $100 on Cash App. It's a bet. Confirm the bet, Julio. I just got a feeling the CEO's got a silver ace up his sleeve that's going to make Trey get all excited. And I just see it coming right now. He's got something that's going to make all the dumb, like the smooth brainers, super excited. I got a feeling about it. And it's going to be, in my opinion, it's already, like, I already feel like it's fake news. Whatever it is, I'm going to research it the hell out of it. And I'm going to tell you the truth. You'll be able to know the truth here. Like, if I end up saying vote dilution, then you know voting dilution is the right thing to do. But, I mean, I just cannot fathom, even in an imaginary world, where I could change the laws of the universe, where I could see diluting the shares to make sense for us. Honestly, like, in no universe does that make sense. Like, I looked at the debt. They're not going bankrupt for many years. Like, I just don't understand. No, Trey should totally be CEO. Trey is only, like, here's what happened with Trey. Trey got a bigger YouTube channel than he expected, a lot faster than he expected, and so much money started rolling in, he got advice to get a lawyer. And the second he got that lawyer, his life has been different since, and it's probably for the worst. And unfortunately, he's now trapped, and everything he does is now signed into, like, agreement, and now he's, like, limited on what he can say. If you want me to be totally honest with you, Kevin said, did I ignore you? Let me see what Kevin said. I did not see a Kevin chat. What did you say, Kevin? I'm going back and I don't see nothing. What do you mean, did I ignore you, bro? Like, how long ago did you say something? You haven't said nothing, fool. What are you talking about? What a weird thing to say. What was I saying, guys? Somebody said, what's my number one option rule? I guess what I'll say to that is if I'm playing a short-term theta, which I would consider anything to be 2 weeks or less, if I'm playing a short-term theta, I'm expecting to, if I cash out in just, so let's say I got 2 weeks to expiration, I'm knowing that if I buy in that day, and I got 10 trading days, that if I tried to sell out 3 days later, and the stock price hasn't moved, I've already lost 50% of my money. So basically, don't bet on short expiration options, or Like, honestly, even if it's a month to expire, but it's deep out of the money, it still goes away super fast. You don't got more than 5 good days of value. And so my advice would be, if you're buying an option that's pretty short and coming up to expiration, buy it expecting to hold it until it expires worthless. Be prepared to lose every dollar, and buy it expecting to expire worthless if you're buying a month or less to expiration. That would be my advice. My Discord is private. You have to go check out my other videos to find out how to get into my Discord. I was talking about Trey, but what was I talking about, Trey? Anyways, I think the lawyer has fucked up his life. I think his whole channel is not what it used to be. Because I remember watching a month ago, and I liked it a month ago. I look at it. I've watched 4 videos in the last couple days, and not one of them have. A couple of them made me a little upset, making me think like I got to start attacking him. And then the other 2 just seemed like unnecessary when I've already given him the knowledge that he needs to make this happen. Trey knows everything he needs to do right now so we can win this war. Kevin, I see. Did the God pill ignore me? Then Kevin says, what's up, motherfuckers? Is this thing on? But bro, you said nothing before that. So fucking say something, bro. Stop bitching to the world. Man, nobody saw your comment. But everyone's seen you bitching. Let's go, man. Say something. I've already commented towards your other comment. And now you're still commenting like that? Like, stop. Isaiah Hammonds, you need to calm down, bro. Chill. You guys all need to chill the fuck out. Holy cow. Only I'm allowed to be high stressed right now. I'm the one doing all the work. You lazy motherfuckers. Chill the fuck out. Damn. What ticker was my first big win? My first day of options was 2 years ago. I just put $15,000 in my E-Trade account. I bought a couple calls and a couple puts on the SPY, the S&P 500, with like 2 days to expire. And it opened up a 0.5% positive. And my account balance grew to $85,000, and I made like 6x on my money. And there we go. Kevin decided he did not want to be in this chat no more. Little pussy ass bitch. Bye, Kevin. Bye, Kevin. You homo. He gone. He gone. It's called Lemon Tree. Lemon tree batter. What did somebody just ask me? Somebody asked me a good question, I felt like. What did I just read? Somebody said something. Oh, was I still talking on the SPY? So I made that money on. Made I grew from 15,000 to 85,000 on the first trade I ever made, and I basically just bought like a long straddle or strangle. I don't know which one. I forget which one it's called. But basically, we're betting long on a put and long on a call on the SPY, and so if it goes up or down enough, you make money. And the earlier it is to expire, the less you need to see in movement for it to make money. If you guys wanted to try this trade yourself, I definitely recommend buying at the money on both the call and the put when you do it. And don't bet all your money, but like it's a pretty strong play, I'll be honest. It's a pretty strong play. Like you can make a living out of it if you were to add a couple indicators on top of it. Julio Soria says it's a bet, and he already knows where he's going to spend my $100 because Trey will never, ever recommend dilution. Julio bet me $100. Trey will never recommend dilution. I like that. That's a real supporter of Trey's right there. You guys got to give him props. We're giving Trey and Julio props because the support is real. That I will not deny. That is why I argue that Trey should be the CEO. Trey has integrity. The only thing it takes for a good CEO of any business is integrity. You can always find a smart person to help you understand something. But integrity to make the right call when you can make money or you can take care of the people, that's what's important and that's what's hard to find. If Trey is that, what are we waiting for? Let's vote Trey in as CEO. What are we waiting for? Holy moly. Bro, I've lost my glasses on my head like this before for sure. And I start freaking out and it literally falls off my head is how I find them because I start freaking out too much. I'm just telling you, I don't trust Aaron. I don't trust Aaron. He got none of my trust. Mandy S says, just buy 2 pair of glasses. If you lose one, who cares? You're rich. Buy another pair. That's what I heard. Highly illegal. Shills in the chat. Like Roger Lyon. The Matt Core saying that. I understand why he's saying it, but if you watch CNBC, how many times, let me ask you guys this, how many times did, just put God Pill, how can I help you?
All the way in Arizona. What's up, God Pill?
All good things. How are you, man?
Good, man. Hey, I'm one of your fans here, just calling the phone number you left on there. I'm still trying to get that honor code, man. I want to get in on that. I've texted you, I've emailed you, and I know you're busy, but man, I'm trying to get in.
Hold on, let me see. You emailed me?
Through your channel, you know, probably 8 million other comments in there.
What email? No, I don't got that many. What email?
Andy, I'm under Andy Moore.
No, what email did you email me at?
I don't know, man. Whatever you got on there. I not really emailed you. You know, I just made a comment and said, hook me up, and then you wrote back.
Oh. No, man. There's my Discord's private, and basically in order to get in my Discord, you got to go look at my video called Warden Elite. I downloaded like a week ago. Yeah. If you read the description in that video, there's a link to the honor code, and there's a process to get in my Discord, and it's explained on that video.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yep, it's a short little. It's very easy. It's not hard to do. It's very easy. I just want people to show a little bit of effort. That's all I'm asking.
No problem, man. All right, thank you, sir. I do appreciate that.
All right, brother. Well, we'll talk. We'll
Keep
talk
up the
soon.
good work, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You will. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. What do I think about insiders? Any insider trade, buying or selling, I think absolutely nothing about it. Because if they're buying, I think they're buying to collect so that they can later come and smash the stock down. If they're selling, I think they're selling to hurt the price. Like, in any single way, I think everything that anyone in this world... Bro, I wasn't saying Roger Lyon need to be timed out. I liked Roger Lyon's fucking comment. Are you guys retarded? Can you not hear the words that come out of my mouth? I was mad at the Matt Kors guy talking, which Roger Lyon referenced. Like, how stupid are you people? Stop banning. Like, I'm getting rid of all my... You guys don't deserve to be freaking moderators. You're not smart enough to freaking be moderators. You should probably not be trading options either. I'm sick of this crap. It was clearly positive sentiment towards me, and you're going to freaking pull that crap on him? Roger Lyon, I apologize, man. I don't know why I got retards in the chat. I'm so sick of this. Freaking Mike Castle helping me out, going and posting for me on Twitter, and then going and being a freaking Nazi mod and hurting the people that are freaking trying to talk good about me. He's going to Matt Kors' channel and saying, what do you think about God's Pill option play? And then coming back and reporting me the answer, and then you're timing him out? What the fuck? Sally Lou says, this guy sounded like Suits. Can you explain what that means, Sally? I don't understand. Godpill, first time I hear about you was on Andrew Moe about options, $6.18, $40. Since then, I've been learning from you. Well, I'm sorry if you bought those $40 strikes. We haven't made very much money, have we? Probably lost everything so far. Don't worry, it's all coming. Hopefully you can buy the dip. If not, we all got you, man. If you follow the plan, I got a whole plan. Nobody can lose. You can turn $500 into $100 million with my plan. If you follow along, we can't lose. Mr. Artistical says, I definitely don't trust the CEO who made more during a shutdown than his previous year's salary. Is the rich getting richer? Are the Harvard alumni getting richer while the poor get poorer? Did lots of AMC employees get fired? But the CEO got paid big. What was it, 20 mil I think I heard? Oh, goodness. Aaron has got to go. The CEO has got to go. The CEO has got to go. Hey, the God Pill. Apparently, Melvin Capital website is down, and people are going crazy about it. Haha, is that a good thing? Sorry if you brought this up before. I did not bring that up. I mean, it definitely can't be a bad thing. It would not surprise me if they went down like the day or a couple days before they went broke. Like, that's definitely a real thing. But also, like, I don't want to like get too deep into it. Like, I'm not going to say that's the reason I'm buying, because that's like the last of the reasons I'll add to the list of the reasons why I might be buying tomorrow, you know? Like, I got lots of reasons I've already gone over, but that's not exactly top of my list. All right, the CEO has got to go. Aaron has got to be gone. Christopher Chestnut, how do we vote him out? Charlie Hayes, bonus time. Now we fire his ass. Ty Donaldson, not the material possessions are everything, but once you have fuck you money after opening your bank, what will you buy for yourself? I'll be honest, guys. Like, when I got the real FU money, my real thing, like, what I'm most excited to do right now is to test the limits of my physical strength. I want to basically become the world's greatest rock climber, UFC fighter, football player, runner, swimmer, basketball player in the world. And basically, I feel as if I do that, then like people will break all the records that I set. But like by doing so many great things in so many different areas, I feel like it will show the world that anyone could have done any of it this whole time, and it just took someone to finally believe in themselves. And you guys got to understand how much belief I got in myself when I cracked the insurance company when I was 23 years old. And then I went and talked to all the people making the most money inside the industry, and I found out they all knew fucking nothing. They all knew nothing. Yeah, we crushed the followers tonight, guys. 110 and holding. The following was strong tonight. TR says the battle is 90% genetics. Hope you got it. He could not be more wrong. He is so, so wrong. That is the mentality that has all you hopeless apes depressed and miserable every day of your life. You are all created in God's image. You all are literally capable of Olympian type feats. I'm not exaggerating. I mean, maybe some people born without a leg, or some people born without a brain, right? Like, there's some things that, like, maybe I can't overcome. But for the average human, the average person that's 30% body fat and considered obese in America right now could entirely change their life around in 12 months and within 3 years be one of the most athletic human beings on the earth if they wanted to. The problem is nobody wants to. Godpill, how can I help you?
Yo, Godpill.
Yes, sir.
I've been watching your channel. Since you were under 200.
Nice.
And I just want to say I've been very impressed. I love all your research. I love your enthusiasm. And what you were just talking about wanting to conquer your physical body and enhance your strength after you persevere over these struggles is just spot on with my fucking goals.
Nice.
I've been training to get into the UFC for probably, at least 4 or 5 years. Just
have you done any cage fights?
Amateur.
Yeah, what state?
Not pro.
What state?
Nevada.
Nice. Congrats, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Nice, man. Dude, you're in the prime of your life, bro. Enjoy it. I know things might be hard financially. Yeah, like, I was broke when I was 24, so life was super hard, but it gets better, man.
Yeah, same here, bro. Same here. I've got about, I won't say how much, but I've got almost everything I have into AMC and GME. Not all options, but quite a bit into options.
Bro, we're going to get paid. We know it. We're going to get paid. Diamond Henderson.
Oh, no, I'm not calling to fucking complain or whine.
I hear you. It's all good vibes. It's all good vibes.
No, I'm confident.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm confident, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
I just want to say, I sent my honor code thing in, and I went to click on the link, and it said invalid or expired link. And
are you sure I haven't sent you another code? Have you checked your?
I refreshed. I'll double check. You sent me that at 12.
Did you check your spam?
No, I'll double check again. But I just want to also say, I was on the last Discord, and I think there was a big misunderstanding. And you could ask Whale Street Assassin. and Yazoo, because they both reached out and messaged me after you
Are
deleted
you
everything.
no-showing the chat? Bro, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, bro.
No, I called in that day though. I turned off my mic that day because Josh won and Zoom Baka or whatever the fuck his name was.
I muted them and it muted
couldn't
on
hear.
my end, but it didn't mute on everybody else's end. I get why you do it, but I was just so mad at everyone else already. By the time you came on, I was just ready to kill someone. So like you caught the butt.
I know.
You caught the blunt end of
I
my
know.
rant, you know.
And I'm not mad. I understand it was hilarious when it happened, but
For
5
sure.
minutes before that, I had to fucking suffer through listening to chickens fucking for like
No, I hear.
20
You
minutes,
saw
dude.
how mad I got. Like I get it, man. Like you were totally on point. Like had I not been recording, it was just yeah. I feel you, man. What was your what's your name? What's your email that I should be looking for?
My email address on there is kwolters2017@gmail.com.
Yeah, bro. I just emailed you. 912.
I didn't know if you banned my Discord name or not.
No,
so
no,
I
I
changed my
emailed you
Discord
30.
name.
I created a whole new Discord. I deleted the
Right,
entire
but when
Discord.
I clicked,
But it no.
when I
It's
clicked
just
on the
it's a
link
bad
you
link.
sent me
It's a bad
today.
link. But anyways, I sent you a new link 30 minutes ago. So go ahead and try that one.
Okay, I'll double check and I'll fucking
Check your
I'll
spam
hop on
because I
ASAP.
only put in a link, and so sometimes when it's just a URL, it goes straight to your spam folder. But yeah, go ahead and check that.
Yeah, check it out though. I'm ready to jump on your other plays that you're talking about popping, whatever other little
Okay.
mini squeezes.
You liked what you saw this? You liked what you saw tonight?
Fuck yeah,
Hell
yeah.
For sure. Me too.
I watch all your streams whenever I can. You know, I listen to
So
whatever
like you understand,
knowledge.
right? Like this is all new information. Every day I'm showing you guys something new, right? Like I'm coming up with this
You
on the
have to.
spot.
You have to.
For sure.
You have to, man.
For
You
sure.
have to, man. I like the effort that I see you putting out is like causing me to like try to step up my game because
Hell yeah.
I'm like, God damn, like this guy is really giving it his all. Like, how the fuck is he on 8 hours a day and trying to study a fintech course and like, dude,
For sure,
props
man.
to that, you know.
I appreciate you,
I
man.
have that same mental drive, but I'm trying to learn how to transmute that energy that I have, that drive into other areas and other fields. Because, like, when I set my physical body to do something, I've always been able to do it. When I was 18 years old, I placed top 5 in men's physique. I competed in bodybuilding when I was little, skinny, like natty 200-pound kid,
For sure.
and you know got pretty up there in the world championships and whatever here locally in Vegas. But I realized like that shit was all just like a male beauty pageant, and then I was like, fuck that, dude.
Yeah, let's fight.
gay as
Let's
fuck.
be so. Yeah, I feel you, man. Let's do something.
Yeah, let's beat some
Let's
ass.
compete.
beat some
Like I
ass.
just
Let's
love
beat-
competition. Honestly, I love competition. So
Fuck yeah, you know. And I just, you know, there's so much more spirit in like MMA, dude. There's so many more people around the world that watch that shit too.
for sure.
And to me, it feels so much more rewarding. I love that shit. So if you ever want to come out to here to Vegas, we train with the pros. We train with the best. Like I spar over at Syndicate with Forrest Griffith and fucking like all kinds of
For sure. So check this out,
UFC
bro.
legends, man.
Check this out. So I used to live in Vegas for a little bit. I had a roofing company out there, and the company's still out there, but I'm not part of the company no more. But also, my brother wrestled at Arizona State University, and he wrestled the same year that Cain Velasquez was there, CB Dollaway, Ryan Bader. And so I've actually like got to go. Like they had a gym in Arizona, so I've done some training there and stuff. And yeah, man, I'm pretty familiar with the whole scene.
Happened. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I'm pretty familiar with the whole like fight scene and the amateur fighting, the smoker fights, and I come from the wrestling into that world kind of thing. So yeah, man, like props to you. Like I appreciate the call. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, let's fucking send this shit, dude. Let's fucking send it all the way.
Send
The
it.
movement that people don't realize that this is way greater than themselves. They're doing something that's going to be written in the history books, and people are going to marvel at this forever. And fuck the New World Order. Fuck everybody trying to trample on humanity. Fuck the Chinese, the CCP. Not the Chinese people, but the Chinese government.
I hear
the
you, bro.
CCP.
Let's free
Fuck
Hong
the
Kong,
CCP.
baby. Free Hong Kong, baby.
free humanity, bro. Free
Hell yeah.
everybody trying to be oppressed.
It's all about liberty,
I will
guys.
bring freedom.
That's what this whole movement's about, liberty and freedom. That's what it's all about.
Not the fake crony capitalism oil freedom. No.
Nope.
We're talking about true.
We're talking about giving the people the power.
Freedom. Absolutely, man. Like, well, after this is done, the fight's not over. Like you said before, even if we take it all from them, they're still going to have a third of their money to try to come fuck us.
Yep.
And the chairman of the Treasury, I don't remember if it was a chairman or it had something to do directly with the Fed.
Yep.
They were on there in 60 Minutes saying that the Federal Reserve has unlimited amounts of money. Like, just put that through your brain for a minute. The Federal Reserve has unlimited amounts of money.
Well, I mean,
there's people.
So
it's fake. It's fake that people don't understand. It's like they're just printing the money machine.
Right, but you understand, like that's the good news for us, right? They came out thinking that a couple months ago, but now they found out inflation is coming, and that's the final. If all this other stuff we're talking about doesn't pan out, inflation will pan out for us. I promise.
Oh, I know.
It's the final catalyst if nothing else works.
We need to organize. Organize our thoughts, organize our minds, organize, just people need to come together. Like, fuck everyone trying to oppress us, man. Like, I don't understand how people don't grasp that this is something beyond just profiting a little bit of money. This is way bigger than that. That's why I put my money in, almost all of it, because you know what, even if I lose it all, I took the biggest shot I could. I threw the largest punch that I had.
We're in it to win it, bro. We're in it to win it.
Thank you, brother. So I'll look for that email and I'll try to join your Discord ASAP. But if not, I'll just send you
me another email if you don't find it, okay?
Thank you. Later.
Right. Later, man. Thank you. Good call. Good call. We got some apes in the chat. All right, guys. Let me catch up on the stream, and then I think I'm gonna take off. Let's see. LOL Songify, shilling in the chat, calling me the shill. Jeremiah Buck, you got it just right. You cash out your shares and then you can buy options. There's no other way. You can't use your shares as buying power. You got to sell what you have in order to use that money to buy options. And if you want a different option than the option you have right now, you got to sell that option to then go move to a different option. TR says, bruh, 100% made in God's image, but a 5'4" Chinese woman cannot outswim Michael Phelps. I won't argue with that one. Like that, there are some limits to reality. I agree with that. But to the average, what I'm getting at is that there may be certain people that have reached a peak potential in one sector of their life. And I think a good example would be Michael Phelps in swimming. He has reached a peak potential of what a human maybe possibly can do for swimming. But what my argument is, what he did for swimming and what somebody else did for wrestling and what somebody else did for UFC and what somebody else did for running, like I could do all of those things and so could anyone else. And like maybe I don't get the world record on all of them, but maybe I'm like college athlete level on all of them, right? Like, and I don't know how high my limits are going to go. But what I'm getting at, the reason why I think I'm going to be the best in the world at all of them is because I think that I have accelerated my brain to a level to where when I go do things now, I do it at a higher level than what I used to do it. And so I feel like if I went and I mastered one of these things, like I used to be pretty good at shooting a basketball. I feel like if I mastered shooting a basketball right now, it would be night and day. Like I wouldn't forget what I like I wouldn't have a bad day, I don't feel like. Like, I feel like it would be like I could get to Stephen Curry's level nowadays. And so if I could just hit every single thing, and all these different people can become so great at the one thing they focus on, then clearly the truth is you just got to take the God pill and then just be good at lots of things. And then eventually you'll find your favorite things, and you'll have a handful of things that you're just the best at. Like, that's the way to live life. I didn't kick anyone out of my Discord. I deleted my Discord, started a new one, and the only way to get into it is to watch the Warden Elite video that I posted like a week ago and read the description of that video. The weed will make me an option expert too. Gonna start smoking. It's definitely not the weed that made me the expert. The weeds is just the only thing that gave me the resolve to tell the world to go fuck itself as I keep working on my projects. The weed is just the only thing that gives me enough self-confidence to just keep focusing on what I'm focusing on and say fuck everyone else. And it gives me the concentration and like the enjoyment of focusing on my projects. But I've done it without the weed too. Like a lot of the life insurance stuff there was no weed involved in that, and so it's more me. It's all my energy. I just like smoking weed. I don't know. It's kind of like the same thing why I swear and yell at people in my chat is because like I just want people to not like me and think the worst of me, and then that way they underestimate me, and secretly I'm the deadliest shark in the water, and if they like I'm about to fuck the whole world up. So I think the world's not ready. We'll find out. Maybe they're watching me and they're gonna play me like a fiddle. We'll see. I don't think they're even watching. I think the hedgies are so stupid right now. I don't even think they're like. I think I can give you guys my whole plan of exactly what I'm gonna do, and I think it's still gonna work. Like you'd think that if they're watching that they could stop me, but I don't think they can. I really don't. Jeremiah Buck, you gotta go watch my 4 videos, bro. Like, your question is so multi-layered. Are folks here just using options for AMC to sell and reinvest back into more options, or are you guys purchasing flat stocks with the options? We are not purchasing stocks yet, but we will be purchasing stocks way more than you ever bought, and we'll be buying them at a higher price than you ever imagined paying for a stock. So don't you dare try to question our integrity or our diamond-handedness. We only buy options right now, but we got way more diamond hands than you do. Don't you think differently. And if you watch the rest of my videos, you'll see why short interest is better than buying and holding. You'll see why short interest is better than buying and holding. And right now you guys are buying and holding, which gives me the trampoline to bounce off of. So I'm going to capitalize off you diamond handers that aren't smart enough to buy the options and create the short interest to send the bat signal to make all the institutional buyers come and do a short squeeze on AMC. And since you guys don't want to do that, and you guys just want to buy and hold, and you guys want to do this trampoline game all day long, I'm going to start profiting off trampoline game. I'm fine with that. I know how to profit off a trampoline game, so I'm going to start profiting off that from now on. If you guys don't want to help me get this done the right way, then we'll do it the not right way. That's fine. That's fine. If you guys are trying to use a Discord link that you have found on one of my other videos or something that's never going to work, like I said, I've made it private. If I have not emailed you a Discord invite, you will not get a Discord invite. You can only get it if I email you directly. Nobody else can email you an invite but me. And if you get an invite from someone else but me, I ban you and that person when you get into my chat. So the only way to get an invite is through my email, and the only way to get it is to email me first, and you have to email me something before I send you the invite. So go look at the other videos, and then you will know. LOL Songify is still in the chat for some reason. He definitely needs to go because he is a loser. Shane Decker had to jump off earlier and now getting back in. So sorry if you covered that already, but question on DFV calls expiring this week. We believe it's getting exercised, and if you go look at my play for the next 2 weeks, I'm in it to win it for whether it happens next week or whether it happens for the week after because of DFVs. I'm only buying options that expire the 23rd so that if it hits after the exercise of the options, then I'll get paid there. I don't buy weed stocks. The only thing I buy is AMC and GME. I turned $1,000 into $35,000 on Rocket Mortgage when it had that crazy day, but other than that, I don't mess with any other stocks. Jeremiah Bucks, does this normally happen? I'm assuming something about a call. DFV was asking for what to do with his option on Twitter. Like, dude, call Godpill for real. Paul Upperman, weed is great. Julio Soria says weed will go mainstream pretty soon. Rain Light says Mighty Mouse's cousin to the rat. LOL, just kidding. Ravi Kohan says weed is great. Mandy S says only like weed gummies. My girl loves weed gummies. Shannon Jennings says tell him Z light. Ravi Kohan says Lucy on the other hand. Paul Upperman says hedgies are greedy as the Heat Inferno says, I'd rather see Godpill yell at Kramer. Mighty Mouse says, Raymond, good one. Okay, Ty Donaldson, why do you feel stressed? I don't feel stressed. I mean, sometimes, like, people stress me out because I don't understand how stupid people can be, or I don't understand how someone can be shilling, or I don't understand how someone can be a Democrat, or I don't understand how someone can be a Nazi, or I don't understand how a politician can just want to control me, because I don't want to control nobody, so I don't understand why other people have these feelings. So I get, I've been stressed my whole life, if you're talking in a broad sense. I've been trying to change the whole world since I was young, if we're talking in a broad sense. But right now, I'm feeling pretty light stressed because I actually feel like I'm about to make a ton of freaking money. Shane Decker, I didn't say any of that, fool. Shane Decker, here's what I said. I said DFV currently has $12 strike calls. The GME price is currently at 158. So the in the money price currently is 146. So he's made per contract of intrinsic value $14,600. Times that by his 500 contracts. And what we get is $7 million. If we take his 500 contracts, which is 50,000 shares, and we times that by the 158, $7.9 million. So that $600,000 you're talking about to exercise, you're right, but what I'm getting at is he's got $8 million in his account that is not in the options. And so what I'm saying is he could exercise for $50,000, and then with the other $8 million, he could drop in for another $50,000, and instead of having $150,000 after exercise, he could have $200,000. If he does that, whatever profits I have made off my options so far, I'm going to gun the GME and AMC stock with. If he doesn't do that, then I'm going to wait for the next trampoline bounce. After I cash out tons of profits and buy the stocks on the way up and do all that stuff I talked about already. All right. Any final things before I take off for the day, peoples? Who is Ty? Oh, Ty Donaldson? I don't know, maybe. I don't think DFB is buying any more options. Roger Lyon, what do you mean time 416? Julio's coming back for his $100. You basically have to wait. Like I'll pay the $100 after the vote. So May 5th, if he still has not tried to mention dilution as a positive thing, I will send you the $100. I am live every time the market is open, people. I am live if the market is open. Nope, I will not go over my options again. If you guys want to see my options, scroll back to like the 1 hour mark of this video. I think I started around 1 hour mark. I've already gone over it. I'm not going over it again. Just scroll back, people. I do not take Adderall. I do not take any type of pharmaceuticals. I only smoke weed. I drink alcohol sometimes, but not very often. Thank you, Shane. I'm feeling it's going to be a good week. Feels like there's a lot of energy in the air right now. A lot of tension. I've done a lot of drugs. Like, I've tried almost everything. I haven't tried heroin or needles or anything, but I've done acid once. I've done meth maybe 3 times. I've smoked meth maybe 3 times. I've snorted coke maybe a dozen times. I've done Molly once. That's probably it. I tried shrooms, but I think the shrooms I had weren't shrooms because I didn't feel nothing. All right, people. Tomorrow morning, big day, big day, big day.